Welcome back, mercenaries, to Wartales, the Great Gosenberg. Free update has just dropped, so we're going to be diving in to be able to see what secrets Gosenberg has in store for us. So first off, order of business, show the map where we are. We're up here in Vertruce, following the roadway past Smots Arena, and this is going to take us, we were already messing around on stream to have some of the map uncovered, but we are going to be exploring the main storyline for the Great Gosenberg. It's very interesting. We have spoilers, a murder mystery that we get to go through. The developers always trying to push the envelope of the different kind of gameplay experience that we can have here in Wartales. So if you stop here at the crossing, passing through is free for the first time because Gosenberg is so great. Absolutely incredible. As soon as you walk in here, you are going to be presented with a quest marking you to show up at the Brotherhood Fortress, and this is going to be the hook that will begin the storyline. I highly recommend that you go ahead and pick up the beginning of the quest before doing anything else because of the way that the quest functions. I mean, if you watch through the video, you're going to see why it is so advantageous. And now we're actually going to cut to footage from the very end of our stream where we picked it up. Don't worry, the video is not all going to be stream highlights, but here is the fortress. We're going to roll the very beginning to get you guys set up, and then we're going to pick up with solving the fate of Gosenberg. Alright, here we are. These are the different mercenary bands. We'll be listening to the speech over and over. Okay. They're listening carefully. They've come from far away. Sister Franny, you should listen to what he has to say first. Alright, what do you have to say? Mercenaries, members of the Brotherhood, thank you for heeding our call in such numbers. We will need all the help we can get for this mission. The Broker Council has asked us to track down who murdered one of their own, Walla Ald Hovendorp. The Broker is dead? Good riddance. Shut up, we can't hear anything. All those who wish to be involved in this investigation are welcome. The reward will be a commensurate of that which the mission offered by the Council itself. Franny will register all companies who wish to take part. Register me. Word of warning, this mission is not for the faint-hearted. The body of Broker Walda Ald Hovendorp was not the only one found in the alley. There were also around a dozen of our brothers who had been tasked with her protection. The assailants left without a trace. We do not know that they were well organized. We do know they were well organized and outnumbered our men. They were probably bandits, rebels, or mercenaries, perhaps. So, are you still interested? Of course. Very well. Your company is now registered. The residents of Gosenberg will answer any queries, so remember to question them. What if I question you? Broker Alden Overdorp was murdered in Gosenberg. And progress on the fate? Yes, 3 of 100. Some may be reluctant to confide in you, but persevere and you will find a way to convince them. Good luck. And we're on the right track. Is there anything else? Come on, guys. I'm part of the Brotherhood. I've done the initial level. I should be able to get provisions. Oh, maybe right here. Hired Goon. Gorolos. Here we go. Okay, I wanted to be able to get first aid. Wrath, run, taunt, first aid. I already have a manual first aid. Okay. So I'll leave. Exit. Clint. Open Clint. Learn first aid. Do I want Clint to learn first aid? I do. It has always been the case that it feels lacking for him not to have access. So we are ready now to embark upon the main quest line. Now that we are free to begin our investigation, we are going to sweep along here. And ooh, is this a little shrine? Make it into the city. Merchants' offerings. You know what? I have tried to take the high road here and leave the offerings. Interesting. Is this a new icon over here? I feel like we should walk up and talk to these guys, but I also want to see what is hidden up here in the forest. Ah, it's just a rat infestation out here. And who is fighting? There's so much going on. What is going on? Well, let's go intervene as we always have before. And where do these other guys go? Did they disappear into the forest? Or did they get dragged into this fight? Okay, here they are. Okay, they are some form of adversary. Well, we'll dodge the fight for now. I'm more interested in solving the murder. Let's go on and see what happened up here along the roadway. two rival factions going head to head. I'm not sure I've seen these factions before. Help mercenaries, heathens, they are attacking us. Hand over the emblem, Inquisitors. This insult to Alizar must be destroyed. Okay, so this is actually picking up a quest that I had gotten the hook of previously. There is an emblem that is being delivered to be a capstone for a cathedral that they're constructing in Gosenberg. And there's a battle now being waged over its delivery. Who do we help? Elazarian soldiers or the Inquisition? I've never been a friend of the Inquisition. Let's slide in here with the Elazarians. And yes, it looks like it is essential for completing the fate of Grinmeer, which is Gosenberg. We will side with the Elazarians. Shiru Games, deployment phase when for battles? Maybe in a future update. Hopefully before full release we get a deployment phase. So when you have a larger party, you're not just spent time panning around the battlefield to see if your troops are clumped up together in units that are able to actually synergize with each other. Anyway, we have Fazi, who is still incredible. Up against... Alright, so you are the captain. Are you providing any bonuses? Yes. Percent health damage, one of the most dangerous ones. Let's engage with you. Yep, glad that I was able to take away that percent health damage, otherwise Fazi's taking it on the chin. Forced disengagement. Okay, so if they end their turn engaged in combat, they execute an attack of opportunity, but they do not get to disengage? Is this correct? You are still engaged? Yes, you are still engaged. So, the forced disengagement seems like a little bit of a misnomer, but we can deal with it. This foot soldier wants to go. Thankfully, the heavy armor keeping them out of trouble. Let's jog on up with Clint. Get the command order attack. Chew through the armor. It's insane. Disgusting. Fazi, you should be disgusted. Tactician is up here. I don't know if I care. Likely they're going to attack an ally. Are you essential? Oh, Diek is an important character. Okay, how do we want to set their behavior? Just to flee? Honestly, if you are an important... No, we'll just leave you on defend. I can get help to you. I'm not too worried. Let's try and mop up these little resistance pockets. Axe? You can do good work, right? Come in here with the slice and the dice. Well, take a half step back so you don't hurt Fazi. There it is. This lieutenant gonna be able to bring the bloodshed if you hit armor? Well, what if you're dead? Come on. Take me on a rampage. It doesn't get old. Oh, I got... No, cancel. Wrath. Got him. And keep on huffing it. Here they come. Oh, you did want to take on Jab. Well, I should have positioned the spear wall a little bit differently. Well, now hopefully it catches this phalanx soldier. One more pocket here in the middle. Odo, this is your time. Come up here. Charge me. Ooh, you know how lucky you are? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pixel, perfect. We got them all. Hit him with a subversive strike. We're doing a lot of bonus damage up against armor with the build that Odo has right now. And then he's actually capable of just continuing. Because his movement is incredible. If you fully break an opponent's armor, he's also gaining inspiration, meaning he can move even farther. Alright, I'm glad I didn't set you to flee because that's beautiful damage. Who else do I have to worry about? This phalanx soldier wants to go next. I hope that they just impale themselves on the spear wall, which frees us up to deploy. Loki, I will actually hold until one of these opponents is fully engaged. Eowyn, you can do your shenanigans. Come in here with the destabilizing strike. That engages, disengage. Guys, what's your favorite class right now? I have to say, I don't know if I fully respected the Swordmaster engage, disengage shenanigan build, but it's crazy. And it's gotten even better with a level 10 skill that just got added to the game, where when you disengage, you have a chance that they don't even attack you. You just attack them, which is wild. I should check what Eowyn gained there. She gained Lively. Let's go back and see what she pulled up. Eowyn, my friend. Lively. Strength and dexterity increased by 5% when one-handed weapon is equipped. Fantastic. Now, some of these things are changes that I know have been brought in with the community update. I just haven't played in a while, so I'm experiencing everything with some new eyes. Yep, and we'll just do the drive-by with Loki, get him out of the way. Peppa, what do you want to do? You could probably advance pretty quickly here. Try and hold off the approaching tide alongside Jab, our company captain. Make the pause. This guy wants to go. He's going to put the bleeding. Yeah. Loki was not able to get far enough away. We didn't really have a way to be able to engage him to prevent the AoE attack, but I think we're still doing all right. Dora. Hang on. Who is this? Cancel me. Tactician. Tactician has enormous reach, so Dora. Well, what am I going to do? I want to bring... There's layers and layers of what I want to accomplish here. Because I want Dora to be standing next to somebody to get a damage bonus. But then she won't be able to make the stab, so then I want to bring somebody else to attack. But if they swing around, they'll get hit by the tactician. It's a mess. It's a full-on mess. We'll come up here. I guess I'll just take the shot. And then... do I want to set up? I'm going to leave the barrage. An ally takes their turn. This tactician probably just helps battle in this pocket with all of our allied friends. The maces that get to keep on attacking until they apply fever they're very, what do you call it, inconsistent? Very RNG dependent, but they do a lot of work. Incapacitating throw, we don't need it. We'll move around. Let Wolfie have a run up. Get him in there. Gonna apply another stack of bleeding. Well, no, bleeding doesn't stack. It's just there or it's not. Stop me. Yep, tactician comes down. And this first round of combat, I think we won. I think we won in a single round. S-rank me. I know Wartales doesn't follow ranks, but we got it here. We're galvanized at the end of round 1. Oh boy. Allies take their turn, and we keep on rocking. I want to be able to take this tactician down before Peppa takes an injury. Eowyn, do you reach? You do not. Loki, do you reach? You also do not. Odo does. Odo is not my favorite pick here, but we'll come in with the submersive strike anyway. Big hit. Dash through him. Okay. That was actually very good. Peppa, I think you could just kill. And a couple kills, and then the opponents are going to retreat. That's the goal. These 3 very low health enemies have got to go. And then that's going to be lights out. Peppa's got it. One more tick. So close to making them retreat. We'll squeeze up here. Maybe they get surrounded. It really doesn't matter. But it's no excuse not to play in an optimum way. Want to build the good habits. The kill screens are so choppy. They used to be optimized a little bit better. I think it was something with the patch. Screwed it up. You might get the final kill. Nope. Scored the fever. And one more. Loki, can you dash up? You can. There it is. Let him flee. We're able to grab up fish oil, crowns, hunting trophy, lace ribbon, tactician's dagger, cloth, and a reinforced spear. But it is a level 8 and most of my characters are level 9, so we're probably not downgrading ourselves to be able to use this. Stunning Assault applies destabilization if they're already engaged with an ally. It has fun combo potential, but I'm not going to give it a second look. We will repair our damaged armor. Check out Clint. You were able to get the upgrade in amplitudes, taking on the level 9. Waiting for this level 10. Not sure what I want to give them. We'll debate on that later, but the dexterity double up is beautiful. We take the dexterity effectively every time, but now you can actually use career plans to be able to spend influence to give one of the 1-ups into a double up or a 1-up to anything that you want. So we're going to take the dexterity there and continue on our way. The eye bless you, mercenaries. Not only have you saved our lives, but thanks to you, the light will now shine across Gosenberg. Please accept this reward and our prayers. We got a trumpet and the fate of Grinmeer. Trumpet, are you good? Trumpet. This iron instrument is primarily intended for people with hearing difficulties. It can also be placed between a thief's ear and the lock they are attempting to pick. Locks are easier to pick. Interesting. I feel like I already had a trumpet, and I apologize. I know the webcam is blocking some of our inventory. I still feel like it's the best place for the webcam to be. Yes, they just have to reach the city, of course. Well, I suppose I will escort you the rest of the way. That's where I'm headed anyway. And they even have the little cart. I love it. Also, I feel like this is the Inquisition, and I didn't want to help. I wanted to help the Alizarians. Well, either way. I'm not that picky, as long as we get our progress. Where are you going to take me? I kind of like to talk to the priests, I suppose, afterwards. Maybe they can be questioned as to the murder. Man, you guys are hoofing it. Okay, hang on. Let's pause and check on. Was it Snipe? Are you our thief? Yes, you are our thief, and you are already using a trumpet. So this trumpet is up for sale. Take me into town. The Gosenberg is so beautiful. An entirely new biome for us. Okay, we're actually going to let them run off, and then we've got the tavern here, the armory, and this is the apothecary. They don't have their little icons, identifying icons above. But that's fine. What would I like to do? I would like to sell my junk. Give the tactician's dagger, lace ribbon, trumpet. Yeah, take the spear as well. Might I interest you in this fine spear in trade for healing my friend? Loki took some damage on another mission. It was not a significant injury. It wasn't preventing his performance in battle, or wasn't hampering his performance in battle. So I didn't worry about it until now. Do I want to sell anything else down here? Chip's log, I guess I'm hanging on to that. Caller of I mean, I feel like I'm kind of locked into this because I love experimenting with different builds and guides, etc., etc. Okay, we'll bamf out of here. And then, oh, we were so close to just seeing the delivery. It's at the cathedral right here. All right, let's talk to these guys. And there it is. Carved in a sacred rock called quartzite. This emblem will adorn the cathedral spire. Well, interesting. So you're the ones who rescued the emblem and our inquisitors. The church applauds your piety, mercenaries. I literally pressed help the Alizarians. Was it that I got flipped around? I feel like I was the one who got flipped around here. Did I press attack instead of side with? Anyway. Oh, I got 15 influence. Incredible. To be part of the Church of the Eye, all building, especially cathedrals, must be adorned with such an emblem. You've saved both the honor of Edoran and the faith of Gosenberg. You know, we'll take it as a win. So long as we're killing somebody. Let's question you, Inquisitor Harandre. Have you heard anything about the broker's murder? Walia's death. Sorry, we weren't in the city yet and I know nothing. Unfortunate for you. Okay, we get the blessings of the eye from the rest of these guys. Gosenberg is the first city outside Edoran to have a cathedral. Is that not proof of our fervor? Question you. I was saddened to hear Broker Hovendorp's passing into the light. She was instrumental in building this cathedral and making faith of the light shine so brightly in Gosenberg. Saddened, but you didn't have any other details? The faithful can make all sorts of charitable donations. I must confess that wood or stone would be particularly appreciated. We can trade our sandstone and wood. 20 wood, though, and 10 sandstone. For some influence. We do have more uses of influence now. This person seems to want something from you. Okay, I see how it is. You have information, but all you want to talk about is the donations. I have, oh, and then I have to leave to... Oh, beautiful. I did one or the other. I was going to say it's... Okay, question you. Fate of Grinmeer. Broker Hovendorp opposed the abolition of slavery, which the People's Fellowship was fighting for. I'm convinced the People's Fellowship is behind this gruesome murder. The common folk have loathed her ever since she opposed the abolition of slavery. These paupers don't even understand the real cost of labor. Imagine how much this cathedral would cost if we relied on paid workers. Are we helping the bad guys? I mean, I know that's the whole game's shtick, is that everybody's gray. Inspect me? Do we just take their wood? What else is there? I'm trying to use the cheat vision. I don't care about that little extra wood. One of my favorite things now is that we have the city soundtrack is actually different than the battle soundtrack or the normal adventuring soundtrack. It's all new. Okay, so we're gonna pick up at the Artist's Square. What we did was where was it? Hovendorp Manor. We already began our investigation at the Hovendorp Manor in our initial live stream. We went into the manor, and apparently the broker had a son who has run off to have a tryst with a poet, and they have not been questioned by anybody. But the thought is that as a family member, they would have some information vital to our investigation. So let's head over here to the square to be able to pick up what we can find. Right before we need to camp here. We'll just camp somewhere in a city street. I'm sure people have seen this before. They got a trained bear on stage. Fozzie is immediately jealous. This scene from the life of Jeru required a large investment. Should we watch the performance? Sure. Oh, Jeru, I shall risk my life to protect you. Alas, brave Edor, I am but a poor man. I cannot afford a mercenary to guard me from these monsters and heathens. Crowns are of no consequence. The eye came to me, and I shall answer the call. Okay, and that was disappointing. Otters don't have a real job. Spend their days loafing, so they don't need to eat, if you catch my drift. Yeah, 5 crowns. Art lovers are you. You're not alone. People from the merchant city love our shows. I'm sure they do, but I particularly love the shows of politics and murder, Adamans. We haven't seen the broker's son since his mother's death. It's a shame. He was a generous tipper. Give him my regards if you see him at Hovendorp Manor. I just came from there, and I didn't see him. Okay, the trail. I feel like it is going a little cold. Let's inspect. This market is not available. Beska. Hope you enjoy the performance. Hovendorp's death comes as no surprise. Rumor has it the People's Fellowship tried setting fire to our manor once before. I don't know if the People's Fellowship would stoop to murder. You wish to congratulate us on our performance. I wish to question you. I'm pretty sure this is the specific juggler that the broker's son is romantically entangled with. Lyderick. You're looking for him? I'll do anything to help you find my beloved. Ask me whatever you want. Do I actually get a... Oh, I didn't get a question tree? Fate of Grinmeer. The last time I saw him was the night his mother was murdered. He forgot to take his hat. Perhaps some animal could follow his scent? Wolfie, it's your time to shine. Did I get that? Did I get the hat? He forgot to take his hat. Perhaps some animal could follow his scent. Okay. So we have to go back to... Hang on. Do I need to go back to the house to pick up the hat? Is this what you were telling me? He forgot to take his hat. You didn't tell me where you saw him. And I'm not gonna steal your pennies. Okay. Put me up on the map. Scent of Betrayal. Do I need to pick up this hat or do I have this hat? I know the first 48 hours are the most important, but we're right on the verge of needing to make camp. Can I speak to Wolfie? You follow scent. Give item hat. Guys, I literally just went back to the house, ran from a bunch of bandits, moused over the entire house like I'm playing some kind of mid-2000s adventure game, and the hat is right here in purple. This hat belonged to Ladrick Elder Hovendorp. Any animal could use it to sniff him out. All right, sniff him out. What? Should be a croc, swine, or boar, or wolf. I'm sorry, alpha wolf is not it? All right, Peppa. I didn't think it was going to be you. But you could do it. Trusty companion has a lead. Now what? And what is the lead? Do we get a little visual like following the trail of blood? No. No. Not yet. Trusty companion has a lead. Do I need to talk to Peppa? Inspect. I am deeply confused. Oh, okay, sure. I've been wandering around the city. No update, by the way, in terms of the map indicator of the quest or a trailing scent, but this building is suspiciously glowing purple in an aromatic sort of particle effect. So we'll dive in here trying to dodge the battle. Midnight Gardens. Okay, so the sun ran off to the brothel. Well, it's not a crime. This would all be just stealing. Nisaik. Do I just get to see the name? No, it looks like there's going to be quite the trail. Oh, okay, well, I mean, we might as well talk to the lady up front. You missing something? Go on, I won't judge you. Question. I can't put up with a lot, but being accused of murder? I'm not accusing you. Who would have thought that I would accuse you? I know how this always works in Fantasyland. You guys who run the brothels know everything. How about you? Looking for someone in particular? Or are you open to offers? No, I'm looking for someone very particular. Can we get somebody who's a little bit like Axe should not be the one questioning people about murder. Somebody with a little bit higher speechcraft, maybe? Jean Berthe. Are you finished harassing my friends with your sordid questions and crass accusations? We know nothing of this murder. We're honest workers. We will not be insulted like this by our patrons. I'm not one of your patrons. I pay the Brotherhood good money for protection. Get this rabble out of here. This way, mercenaries. Can't you see no one wants to answer your wretched questions? Interesting. Here's the thing. I have tried to be peaceful in Gosenberg. We have dodged away from multiple combats with bandits just in the streets. But here, my pride is pricked. Murder them all. Well, at least we were considerate to take this one outside. Let's grab Axe here to begin. Always a solid beginning out of him. Right on up to... They have all of their archers deployed here together. Until they're dead. There we go. Can I move any farther? I can. Take a little step forward. This guy shouldn't be able to make it anywhere. Yep. Movement is too short. Stupid heavy armor. Ravager. Your ability is beheading. If the target no longer has armor, the damage is increased by 50%. This worries me. I think that Jab, you are going to be the best man for the job. If you come up here, are you able to hit? No, you are not. Unfortunate. So we lose the brutality, but still able to make the attack. Then let's see. Frankly, we should slide up this way to be able to get Spear Wall in a good position. That way we catch them. What? You were directly targeted. How did he get around me? Able to strike up against Eowyn. We gain the riposte. Now this crewmate wants to play with Team Strike. Team Strike this. Fuzzy Bear coming into your face. What do you have? Elite Mercenaries, Brotherhood. The units have a rivalry if they are engaged in combat. Rivalry, damage taken by the engaged opponent is reduced by 50%. So we need to be able to really leverage focus fire to get through this battle. Because when guys are just engaged in one-on-ones like this, the damage is significantly reduced. I feel like we should stack Wolfie and Fozzie together here. Get the attack going. We have our Beastmaster Clint in the corner. Yeah. Fozzie can take it. He heals off of his own turns and Clint's turns. Now this hired killer wants to play. You're not in range, my friend. You didn't deploy in a good spot. Let's run up here to back up Wolfie. Get the command order attack. Being specifically base to base with one of our animal companions doesn't actually make a difference, but I do enjoy it. It just feels synergistic. We get the heal 24 health back on Fozzie. We're gonna have to deal with these guys at some point. Now, you, Brother Adelud. Guys, we were hired by your boss to investigate. Let us investigate. Nobody else has to die. I don't know, I guess we can imagine that we're pulling our punches a little bit, depending on how your headcanon goes. Who should we assist? Honestly, let's just take Aowen in here. We already have Riposte up, but we should probably... It means that we take more damage. Let's disengage. Then we'll come in with the destabilizing strike, break their guard, disengage, get the max out of the Riposte. Now we taunt them to weaken them. Disengage. We give better than we get. And finish him off. Alright. Aowen is a little worn down here, but this is alright. We'll slip around and pass. Come on. Oh, no. Right. Get into the spear wall. Now Snipe is getting knocked around. I mean, that's a huge hit. This arrow wants to go. They're probably just going to target Axe up here. Do we have any other turns in this corner? Yes, it was Dora. Dora, get base to base with Fozzie so you gain brutality and then just go flurry of blows. Then back away because these guys strike an AoE. Axe, you're gonna have to take this one, but you're wearing good armor, right? Actually back away. 33 damage, we're not gonna sweat it. This crewmate has to just run right at Jab, right? Right, I can't be wrong every single time on predicting the opponent's moves. Infectious Bite. Just a little bit of damage, but we do apply bleeding. There you go. At least this guy doesn't back down, he's no coward. Now Jab's doing something. Snipe. You should back slowly away. Team up with a Loki here in the corner. Take your pot shot. Yeah, go up against the boss. Mark him. We've got Jab right next to him. If Jab comes in and scores on the mark, he's able to make an additional attack of opportunity, which will be quite fun. Then I want a Loki to get in here. Oh, but I wanted to be able to attack from behind. I should have moved Peppa to the side, because if you attack from behind, you gain an additional crit chance. Because I'll be able to come up here, right between the eyes, getting a lot of bonus damage because they're surrounded. And they're down. Just like that, they're down. We'll move up here. Pause. Opponents closing in. Hired killers everywhere. Odo, do your stuff. And Odo's stuff is this. Relentless charge. Doesn't make it. No. I thought I might be able to catch all of them in a line, but because they are spread out along the diagonal, it doesn't quite reach. So make your attacks and then probably back off at least a little bit. Well, this guy decided to try his luck up against the spear wall, so that ended up paying out. What did we spend for the ability? Oh, we could close in with Black Friday? Alright, Battle Pony is ready. Get in there. Slow the archers down. I love it. One more guy. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, it's gonna hurt a lot. Applying fragility as well? That feels so strong it's on the edge of being unfair. But I don't care if you just decide to punch my horse. I know, I'll have to fix the armor. Take the little dent off the armor. We should apply Fozzie. Honestly, I mean, he's asking for it. He did. He asked for that. He stood up there and said, "Please, sir, can both of your animals maul me?" We'll run up here. I actually don't want to cut off Dora's access to the rest of the street. Then we'll pause. There's the punch. 8 damage. Not going to sweat it. 2 damage back? You get return damage from Black Friday? War Pony. Opportunism. It's a mystery, wrapped in an enigma, how that damage was reflected. Nope. I don't understand. Maybe if you make fist attacks? Yep. Still confused as to how that damage ticked over. Who's next? This guy in the corner. Axe, can you get him? Yes, you can. Rampage has been nerfed so heavily. It used to be that Rampage could absolutely KO an opponent, but now I feel like it barely gets through them. And that's all you've got? These opponents would like to go. Honestly, Odo, you can come right back in and run the train on them. Subversive strike. Crack open the armor. Dash through. And we're good to go. Snipe. This is an ideal position for you. If you then run up here and be able to take the barrage position, should be able to score another kill here. The hired killer wants to go. Well, jab, you can prevent that. It's so good. Spear wall, one of the best abilities in the game. I'm curious what people are going to be saying in the comments on what the strongest class is. Jab with spear wall does so much. Beastmaster with Fozzie does so much. AoE, engage, disengage. I mean, it is kind of the fantasy of any character if you invest good skills and equipment onto them. Being able to do the damage, become the carry, be the hero. We'll get Peppa over here to draw the opponent's attention away so that Loki is free to fire upon them. Oh, the 143 crit. And the kill. I feel like that should basically make them want to flee right there, but I suppose not. I need, what, 2 more kills? Maybe 3 more kills? With the way things are kind of shaking out. Sure, I'll attack with Black Friday. Anybody else? Any other takers? Fozzie, you have not gone yet. Okay, we can rectify this. Huge damage up against the hired killer. And then Wolfie as well. I think Eowyn is a little bit better choice here. Hang on, punishment. And then destabilizing. Got him. And that's galvanized. Fantastic. We might actually have to kill all of them to get them out of here. I guess the Brotherhood is very, very heavily disciplined. They're not prone to flee. Though they should. This guy's going down. Did you guys see the arrow just fly off on the screen? What? It's so buggy, but charming. You want to go, hey? Alright, Loki, your time to shine. Dump the damage on him. Slaughter. Casually 159 crit. 162 crit. Loki is unhinged. Who's next? This archer. Yeah, Axe has killed them all so far. Get him up here. Oh, Rampage. Give me a crit. Nope, no crits, no need. Brotherhood Brigandine, medium armor, level 9. I'll grab that. Brotherhood Bow. The owner of this one carved their children's first names on it. Is that supposed to make me feel sad that I killed them? Because it doesn't. We get deals 50 to 90% of dex damage to the target. Damage increased by 50% against units with 35% health or less. I think any opponent that I see with 35% health or less is dead in one shot anyway with any of my characters. So this bow is going up on the market. Let's continue. What have you done to my security personnel, you monsters? You tried to throw me out. I'm trying to investigate. What do you want from us? We don't know anything about a murder, but do you know anything about the son? I've been asking about the son. Liedrich? You've done this for him? You shouldn't have gone to all that trouble. The fool isn't worth it. He was here when his broker of a mother died. Then some bandits came and took him away. I'm not sure what they were talking about, but they mentioned crowns. A lot of crowns. Your face all marked up. You should really wear makeup to cover that up. Go and find those bandits. Some of my friends know where they hide out. And you were going to put your entire security staff on the lifeline to protect bandits. Nobody makes sense. Ah, he knew there's a well-known hideout near Berna's Arena. These bandits are very aggressive, real killers. Yeah. Did you not see what I just did to all the guards? You don't have to warn me. Like, poison throwing knife just sitting here in the bag. We'll leave that stash for somebody. I've seen bandits prowling around the university to rob defenseless scholars. They're particularly devious, so don't underestimate them. Alright, so we have now split leads. Alright, now we are free to move on. I just slaughtered another group of bandits that had been chasing us right before we entered the brothel. So from one battle with the Brotherhood bodyguards into that one, but those guys absolutely slaughtered them. Now we are free, as I was saying, on the map here we can discover the link between the bandits and Ladrick. I want to do the group right around the Gosenberg University first because I'd love to question everybody in the university. There's a lot of people in there, and my suspicion is that we will be able to pick up another lead by heading out over here. Hang on. What was this? Did you guys see that? What is this bubble? Go down? There's a sewer system? I never realized. Did Ladrick Hovendorp send you? Maybe now you can give us the crowns he owes us. This was probably just added. I don't think it was in the street before we learned that they were hiding out down here. Well, we can either attack or leave. I mean, I would love to, like, bluff my way in, but it seems like it's meant to be a slaughter. Cag, the ringleader of the outlaws, brutes, warriors, and rangers, but not in significant numbers. I thought for sure we were going to be fighting in a sewer environment, but it looks like we were taking this back up to the city streets. So where is Cag? What kind of bonus is Cag providing the team? Here you are. You are providing... They always deal critical hits. Well, that's terrifying. Actually terrifying. Aon, you're my fixer. Fix this. And let's see what else. This ranger. Able to come in with the stab ambush, increases the critical chance by an extra 30%. Ambushes when you attack an engaged unit directly from behind. So, very dangerous weapon that he is holding. Clint, where are you? You gotta stand next to Fozzie for me. Okay, let's throw Aowen right at the ringleader. You have no armor, which means the basic already does bonus damage. And then what is it? Always lands critical hits against enemies without guard. I like the sound of that. The rest of you guys are gonna sit around? This warrior has 5 armor. I feel like I'm punching down in this fight. It's almost making me feel bad. This guy's also got 5 armor. What did you think you were gonna do, taking on one of the most famous mercenary bands in the world with 5 armor? 26 damage. Not gonna sweat it. Fozzie, hit back. That's more like it. 26 healing. He heals, he regenerates all the damage that he just took. This is gonna go so fast. Your opponents are demoralized and flee. Do you want to let them go and win the battle? Okay. I will allow them to vanish and we will forget this ever happened. I have only 1 repair to spend. And I still got a master doublet out of it. Movement plus 2, armor 85. I'll take it to sell. I'm not gonna wear it. And here we are. Is this? No, Bartart. I was like, is this Ladrick? Is the whole quest going to be actually just hunting down this one kid? And here's the trick. You always exit the inventory to make sure that you can check everything down here. Inspect me. Yeah, take the wine, the cider, the beer. Why not? Okay. Steal me. I have to... Hang on. Maybe if we talk to you, it won't be stealing? What? Who am I stealing from? Let me be, I'll forget Ladrick's debt. I don't know where he is. We've been looking for him for weeks to get our crowns back. He slipped through our fingers every time. Well, somebody got to him. That's what the lady at the... Maybe I shouldn't have trusted what the lady at the brothel said to get to get me to leave. We're not the only ones after him. His gambling debts are so high that all the punters are on his tail. Ah, okay. They're going to keep on leading. Nope, it's still going to be called stealing. After these guys are obviously bandits. Listen, I cleared the bandits out. I should be able to take this without increasing my suspicion level. But I don't want to be wandering around Gosenberg with the sheriffs on my tail. Well, this was a bust. We can question Yi University. See if we pick up any additional leads right here. Very interesting. A lot of people to be able to talk to over here. Professor Marin. I had to get her a lot of dead bodies that we're not going to say where we got them. For the university students, practicing on the cadavers, training better doctors, probably one of the most noble things that we've ever done in the game. Let's question them. All of the wounds on Walda Aldhovenop's body targeted vital points, a sign of remarkable dexterity from her attackers. If you ask me, someone hired the Rooks for this job. I've never heard of the Rooks. Well, back out into the city streets. We're about needing to camp yet again. And it looks like our lead now is by Burnen's Arena. Maybe we'll be able to pick up an arena quest while we are there as well. But this is where we are going to end this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I'm really enjoying the new update and can't wait to explore the whole breakdown of this main story quest. I feel like the developers really have pushed a new level of the diversity in terms of what we get to play through for the main storyline. I think this kind of connected story is going to be quite fun. Suspicions down in the comments as to how things will unfold. I don't know, maybe it's too early even to speculate. If you guys are enjoying the content, you can leave some love on the video, likes, comments down below. I read all the comments. And if you subscribe to the channel, you'll be able to be notified when we go live for another stream and when the next episodes come out. Till next time, thank you guys for watching and have a good one.